Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Geek Cypher here on Free X Agents Media. How's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Very good, very good. Blessed and thirsty. Well,
I'm
that's why
awake.
I'm not right now.
You're what?
Coffee?
I'm awake.
You're awake? Is that
I'm
a good
awake.
thing, a bad thing?
Considering I had Jolly Ranchers and a mango monster for lunch, it's pretty extravagant. The crash is gonna be so good later.
Breakfast of
Mango
champions.
Monster. Oh my god.
It's gonna be WrestleMania weekend.
And it's gonna be
this coming weekend?
Yeah, this weekend, Saturday, Sunday. I don't know. I'm a little excited for Sunday. I'm hoping nothing goes wrong with Obafemi and he beats Brock Lesnar first time clean. Big black dude beats another big dude.
Unfortunately, he's Nigerian, but we'll let that slide for this occasion.
We'll let
And
that
it can't all be
slide. We have
perfect,
to
you know.
let it slide.
WWE can't book everything perfect. I mean, it's always gonna be something.
If it was
Always
up
gonna
to
be
me,
a
it was a
lot.
Ghanaian man, but whatever. I guess.
Are we not all Nigerian when he's in the ring?
Stop.
Ooh,
Stop.
ooh,
Stop.
ooh.
Don't ever
the
utter
way
those words again, please.
the
No.
way
Yo.
the way I look at it is if one of us is there, that's who everyone's rooting for, right?
Look, man.
If
That's what I was saying.
how do I put it? In
I'm
track
not feeling
and
the
field,
energy from the young bloods in the room, but I feel like
Listen,
the unks
it's not an
when
unk
we
thing.
all
It's not an Unk versus Youngbloods thing. It's very much a Ghanaians versus Nigerian thing. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. The day you guys find out that I'm Nigerian, it's not me. I'm very dead. Our
I
Jollof is
need
superior.
to-
That's it.
I need to understand this war one day. This
Hey, man.
battle that they're.
it's like Trinidadians and Jamaicans, or
Basically.
Trinidadians and Bajans, or Trinidadians and Saint Kitts, and it's just everybody against Trinidad because we're just shit.
We're
Same
all one
with,
people. We'll be
same
all
with-
one people when Nigerians admit that Ghanaian Jollof is better. Then we'll
Thank
be
you.
all one people.
Fufu.
Oh boy. Okay. I don't have a dog in this race, but I will support my fellow podcast host. So
Well,
Thank you.
isn't that didn't the Ghanaians have their champion, which was Kofi Kingston, because that's what he actually
He's
is?
Jamaican.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's not actually Jamaican though. They keep billing
Oh,
him
right.
as
That's
Jamaican.
right. That's right. He's not.
What are you
Okay.
talking about?
Okay,
Yo,
but
man,
to
I'm
be
giving
fair-
you one.
To be fair, to be completely fair, okay, in my eyes, you might as well stay Jamaican. You pretended to be Jamaican for so long.
I was gonna say,
Exactly.
You're Jamaican now. Have fun.
They did do a joke about that because he stopped doing the accent for a very long time, and then I think Old Man DX was in the ring, and they're like, "Wait a minute, weren't you Jamaican? Where's your accent?" Like they said it like in the ring. It was like a bit in the ring.
I understand though, when it comes to wrestling, the problem with having people play these characters from different places is because people identify you that way, you'll forever be that way.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, because they do it with the characters of color, they don't really do it with the white guys. Like, I don't know how many of the white guys have to do like, oh, they're actually from, Fifth Avenue, but they're playing trailer trash characters. Like, they have a Ghanaian playing a Jamaican. They have a Samoan playing a Japanese guy. Like, they've done so many. Like Yokozuna,
Yokozuna.
Yokozuna is always like, to some people is always going to seem Japanese because he played a Japanese dude for his most of his wrestling career. It's hard not to think of him that way. So
Is The Rock really from Miami? I don't think he is.
The Rock is from everywhere. That's what they
bill him. They bill him from Miami, but is he really
Sure.
from Miami?
The Rock is from wherever his skin tone lets him pretend he's from, much like Vin Diesel.
What about? I mean,
That's why those two
one.
That's why those two clash so hard, because they look in the mirror and they're just like, "I see you, brother. The ambiguousness has gotten us this far," and they both can't handle being in the same room together.
Well, I do know one white guy that's they bill him from somewhere else. The Ultimate Warrior. He's from parts unknown.
Oh yeah, okay.
Parts
Guess
unknown.
and guess what they're teaching us with that? Parts unknown, still white.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't think there's any black people in the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
I don't want to derail us, but I was opening my phone to repost our lovely podcast, say what's up, and
Hello.
I'm currently getting the trailer for the AI Val Kilmer movie.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
and Tom
Okay.
Felton is in it for some reason. Anyway,
Yo, Tom Felton's doing some weird movies. He's in some weird stuff.
he's
I don't
in some
know.
weird shit.
I
He's
don't
in
know
some
who
weird
he ticked off that this is the path he's now taking, but the
And-
man's in some weird places.
And now one of the cats is playing in my Nintendo New York bag. This is my last full day here, so this is the last time we're gonna see this setup for a bit.
I mean, it's been a nice
The cat's gonna
background.
miss you.
It's been a really nice background. Now we're gonna
Yeah.
go back to my blue LED.
I think the cat's gonna
Hey,
miss
man.
you. It's like I gotta get my scent on this bag.
Oh yeah,
Enjoy
no, I'm
this
already
Yeah,
bag.
true.
cat.
Yeah.
It's over. I didn't think it was gonna happen, and now I'm kind of sad about dipping on the cats. So that's gonna be a great thing to deal with. Post
Aw.
depression about cats I don't even got. This is gonna,
Don't worry, I'll be back. I'm just gonna go out for milk.
oh
yeah.
Miss Lemon, my dad finally came back and he brought back the milk.
I'm gonna forget the milk. That's the worst part. I'm gonna forget about the milk.
Oh, jeez.
I'm coming back with cigarettes, but no milk. That's crazy.
Charlton Heston's my uncle. Call him Uncle Chuck.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
What do we got? We got some stuff on the docket this week. We're going to be talking about. Actually, I almost feel like starting off with TT's question, the Euphoria conversation before we even get into the news, because I
Word.
watched that first episode but I didn't watch the second season. Is what my friend was just like. Why didn't you watch the second season? I was like, I don't know. I was so tired of that show by the time the second season came out already. I was like, man.
Euphoria makes me uncomfortable.
I mean, it makes a lot of people uncomfortable.
What?
So
I don't
Wait.
watch it. Like I've stopped watching it.
So no one is watching it.
I'm watching it.
Not me. Just
You're
Brian.
watching.
I'm watching. I watched
Season
the
3?
first episode of 3, but never watched season 2. So it's a great jump for me. I am enjoying it.
They're all
Okay.
adults
Like-
now.
Yeah, because someone like one of my friends was just like, season 2 is better than season 1. You have to watch it. And I was like, okay. But then the first episode of season 3 came out the day that I was going to start season 2. And I was like, you know what? Let me just watch season 3, episode 1 and see what's up. And it's so interesting to watch a show like that because the show, they took so much time to make this new season. She
Mhm.
has to start the show by narrating and explaining where everyone is. So I don't feel like I missed anything. The last
True.
thing I saw was her having to deal with her addiction,
Mhm.
and then fast forward to her explaining, this is what happened to me, this is what happened to Jules, this is what happened to Maddie, and she just runs it
Yeah.
down. And I'm like, okay, well, you caught me up. I don't really need to watch season 2.
You just hate looking at things that are good, man. You're just paying money for things that you don't like,
Well,
that you don't care for.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
Go
sit
ahead.
in the theater for Aquaman 2 for all that.
Hey,
man.
no! You talking a whole lot of mess. Aquaman 2 was gas. Both
Aquaman.
Aquaman
What was the
movies
other?
are
What was the
gas.
other DC movie you paid money for? The
If it's
Flash.
Shazam,
Was
I'm
Black-
it?
gonna disagree.
Black Adam is the one that I
Black
was
Adam.
really
Oh,
disappointed
I'm
in.
so sorry for your loss.
I feel so.
Yeah,
I,
that was-
I don't feel bad for The Rock and Black Adam. I feel bad for the rest of the cast because I would have watched another
Yeah.
movie for the rest of them.
I will say though, the Rock and Black Adam is when you started to see his shine dim, because after the whole thing fell apart and the word on the street was he was pushing to revamp the whole DCEU and all that
Yeah.
stuff came
His
out.
image.
For Black Adam,
Yeah.
how does that make any
The
sense?
Hit production company. What a mess.
Yeah.
What do they call $8?
Okay, so-
He
I
runs
don't
it
know.
with his ex-wife, and his. Okay, anyways.
Yeah, and the brother-in-law or something. Okay,
Yeah,
but
brother-in-law.
Euphoria. So let me understand. TT, can you go through this with me and tell me, like, what is your
Mhm.
stance on Euphoria? Because I feel like you're coming from a position of liking the show.
Yeah, like hear me
Okay.
out.
Yeah,
because
fully
Euphoria is like that kind of show where it's like it's either you like it based on by the first episode or you don't, right? It's like
Right.
whether you're not really going to give it a chance. You're going to either say like it's too provocative, too like in your face, and or you're like, okay, well, I'm interested to figure out what the heck is this. Now, if you're looking at this show with the lens of like, oh, this is like what kids are doing nowadays, no, don't go
No.
about it that way.
Yeah.
Because Sam Levinson has a weird fantasy with how he depicts teens. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
And when you say
Yeah.
the word fantasy, do you mean fetish on how he depicts teens?
Yes, in all the
Yeah.
all the types, like, and yeah, like sexual, and also like just the way he depicts like trans or like fat or like bigger people and all that.
Right.
It's like he thinks that these are the problems they go through. So let's
right,
talk about it. But
that
someone in the
that
room
is
should be
a
like, no.
that is
Go
a
ahead.
great point. The fact that you said this is what he thinks they're going through is very, very important distinction with how the show is
Yeah.
done. And
That's what he
funny
thinks.
enough,
I was gonna say really quickly. That's what he thinks they're going through, knowing full well he's not allowed to be within 12 feet of them.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
devious work. That's devious
Uh,
work.
and TT, to what you mentioned, the person that used to be his like partner in crime, that
Mhm.
person passed away. So he's less, from what I understand, that person helped kind of, as one of my friends said at work the other day, translate the madness of Levinson in his mind. That
Mhm.
person was able to like navigate the relationships with people and understand what he was trying to do and get people to like work in that framework. And that guy passed away. So I would say this season is going to be very interesting because the person that, like, the guardrails, as some people have said, are gone.
Yeah, and the thing about this season, you ever like experience those kind of like shows where like the main character is like knocked out and they wake up, like the following episode they wake up in like a reverse world where like their dead friend is now alive and the enemy, the arch enemy is like now their best friend, and the
Right, yeah.
parents, it's like such a weird
Like their
world.
bizarro world.
It's
Yeah.
a bizarro world, exactly like
Yeah.
that. That's how I feel like season 3 is, in the way where it's like the tone is shifted, the cinematography is shifted, the themes, everything. Like they literally let you know that we're trying to reinvent Euphoria. Like
Right.
I forgot that guy's name. He's like that. I think he's Muslim. The one Rue was. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Oh,
The guy
Coleman
who-
Domingo's character.
Yeah, his character.
Yeah.
And like they literally have like this little dialogue about like reinventing the yourself, right? And I think that's Sam Levinson's like message to like the people, the viewers, that we're reinventing Euphoria. Wherever you thought
Yeah.
season 1 and 2 was all about, we're dishing that. That's gone. And you can tell by just the way the show is like filmed. You can tell absolutely like, okay, this is going to be different. Now, is it good different or is it bad different? We don't know yet. That's to be determined.
Yeah. I wanted to pay respects because the dude's name is Kevin Turin. I wanted to actually say his name. He was one of the producers and he passed away. And his death has, so from what I understand, has heavily affected Sam Levinson's like work structure or life. Well, I mean, it's his friend, so it makes sense that would affect him. I mean, I understand what you're saying too, because again, as someone who didn't watch season 2 or the specials, because I know one of the specials was like a pandemic special with Coleman Domingo's character and Rue like in a coffee shop or something, and it's like mostly just them together talking.
It's just good dialogue, yeah.
Right. And I didn't watch that. I didn't watch anything after the end of season 1. I truly do not know anything else. I've heard people tell me like, well, these two are together and this person, no clue what they're talking about. Barbie Ferrera's character, who was great, gone. Why? I don't know. Yeah, like
she specifically left. The actress.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, and she recently answered because she did an interview and she said, I didn't leave because like the show was bad or anything. I just left because you guys weren't doing anything with my character. And I was just
100%.
like, say less. Yeah, like I don't have a reason to watch season 2 if you're not there or you're not being used properly. Because Barbie was one of my favorite characters on the show. Like
straight up, yeah.
Like Sam might not be writing her properly, but the character she was playing was interesting to me. Yes, Mike, equally agreed. And you know, kudos to her for the lifestyle changes that she's made that makes her feel more comfortable. And but from what I understand, she also felt comfortable before. It was more her going back to how she used to look. Because I don't know if you guys have seen the pictures of her when she was younger. She was
both.
like that. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what we're saying, essentially. Anyways, watching the show now, you know, getting that fast forward version of things where she kind of runs through everything and seeing how Sam is writing. First of all, the Sydney Sweeney stuff.
I laughed. I cringed and laughed so hard. Oh my gosh.
I'm almost, it's almost boring to me to see Sam be like, oh, you're the sex sex bomb blonde, I'm gonna use you as the sex bomb blonde. It's like, wow, really? She's doing OnlyFans? Let's be less creative. Let's let AI write that storyline. Like, what are we doing? Like,
I'm already seeing this in real life. Can we?
But
yeah, like,
but exactly. I don't you think it's like a meta commentary on like
Yes.
Sydney Sweeney's life?
yes,
Like,
absolutely.
yes, but
Yeah.
that to me seems boring because I don't care about Sydney Sweeney's life. So you're doing a meta commentary.
That's
It's
what I'm
the
saying.
easy decision. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
oh
too
yeah,
easy.
blonde,
You
big
look at
boobs
Yes.
and all that. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Right.
You
Yeah,
look at
exactly.
and you're like, just put it. Like it feels like a typecasting, and because of that, in
100%.
general, when I see Sydney Sweeney in general, by the way, like this is not to shit on her acting career. She's been in some pretty okay stuff.
Right.
Whatever.
Very successful stuff too. Housemaid did very well. So congrats to her.
Exactly. So congrats. Big thing. But like I see you like this, and maybe it's just a problem with me and my perception as a whole thing. That's whatever. But I see you in this, and that's my typecast for you forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been that since the first time I saw her in season 1, which I only was able to stomach. I was only able to stomach 4 episodes of that because my God,
Also-
it was uncomfortable for me to watch.
Also, she's been like that since before the show. She was on another show on Netflix where she played, she was like the rebellious teen girl, and she's always like stripping off and stuff in that show.
Like it's always
And I
about
was-
her boobs. It's always
Yeah,
about
and it's and hey, if she's okay with that and she's giving them permission to write that into shows, cool story, bro.
Yeah,
but
for
if I've
sure.
been seeing you do the same thing, it's like, again, for her, and I would say the same thing for The Rock, because we were joking about The Rock. But when you're doing the same thing for so long that every time I see you on screen, I don't get lost in the character because it feels like you're playing another version of the same thing, I'm not interested.
Oh, she's The Rock. Oh my God.
Yes,
He is.
Like
I
that.
love it. That's
He is.
she's the blonde bombshell Rock. Like they put her in
Yeah.
things because she has a very specific type, and they just keep using her the exact same way.
She's
Same
pretty,
thing with
has
The
a
Rock.
great rack.
Yeah.
That's
Rock
it.
too. There you go.
The Rock has a great rack and is bold and is the action hero. Like that's
That's it.
Where
And-
I don't
and-
like that. I can't.
And that's why. So when I'm watching Euphoria and I see her storyline, I'm already like, okay, cool. So I move on from that because, and also Jacob Elordi, you finally had my respect with Frankenstein. I actually was I was just like, hey, I don't hate Jacob Elordi.
Oh, you didn't see
And
Wuthering
then-
Heights yet?
Oh,
I
hell
will.
no.
Thank you for mentioning that. I was gonna say. Then I find out after that you took a character of color story in Wuthering Heights. And
I wouldn't say he took it. I think they purposely not
Changed
cast people of color in that character when they actually
Yeah,
specifically say he's a person of color
Yeah.
in the book, in the original story. I think that's
Yeah,
been the
but I'm
consistent
saying-
thing.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
he's
he.
not a person of color.
I'm
so
just saying he didn't take. I'm saying the casting director, like,
Well,
I'm
Jaws, that's not how acting works. If I audition for a role and the role is a person of color, I can say I'm not going to take it. Odessa Zion just stepped back from a role that she found out was a person of color. As soon as she found out.
I'm saying that when they were casting it, they purposely didn't cast it
know.
that way. But I'm just saying they consistently like even in other
Of course.
versions of it.
I get what you're saying.
They're
I'm just saying
they were
he
never
had
ever gonna cast a person.
He
of
had
color.
the choice as an actor to step up and say, I don't want to take a role that I know is a character of color. And he doesn't have to.
And I
Oh,
think
God. I would, Mike, I hope you're wrong. I hope he does the research, but you're right. Maybe he doesn't even know.
I'm 45% sure that I'm 50% never wrong, and in this case, I'm very certain that I'm not wrong.
because also the character is what
The character is depicted as, from what I understand, South Asian or like Pacific Islander. Like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
I've heard he's supposed to be like gypsy, but that's not the term.
Sure.
Romani. There we go. That's the
Romani,
word.
yeah.
Romani.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
supposed to be that. So it's like,
and Jacob Elordi, you just a white boy.
Yeah.
You've played Elvis.
Oh, white.
and then
boy.
also
The
they
whitest
marketed-
of whites.
You look
Like,
cool, but like you not brown enough for that, man.
And,
You
and
can-
then they
Yeah.
also marketed this movie as being like, oh, this epic love story when the book isn't that. Just go look up Thug Notes, Wuthering Heights. You'll
I
get
love that.
that.
I
I'm
love
being
that.
dead serious. That's like
No.
the best Clef Notes you ever need. Thug Notes, dude lays it out. This is what the movie's about. This is what the theme is about. I'm no lie. Shout out to
So
Wisecrack.
they
old
missed the
Wisecrack.
mark. They missed the mark.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
And probably on
Oh,
purpose.
damn.
They do.
Of course.
The industry does that a lot. Where
All the time.
this book is interesting, but it'd be cooler if it was this, and
Yeah.
then they completely change the thing, and then in most cases, the movie takes over what the book was, and now there's more fans of the
100%.
movie who didn't
And-
understand the book, and it
and-
sucks.
And even
Yeah.
fans of the book said it's not about their love. That's not what the story is about. No, it's not about
that's
their love
probably
story
why
at all.
That's probably why it didn't do well with the demographic that they were aiming for in the first place.
And check
Yeah.
this. I can probably I can bet this. Like, there's going to be some kind of conflict, and after HBO is going to sign, and they're going to have like their own series, like a mini series of Wuthering Heights. It's always like that,
Always.
and it's going to
Probably.
be faithful to the book. It's always like
Yeah.
that. But
All
one
this
thing I
to
wanted
say-
to say about
Yeah, sorry.
one thing I wanted to say about the Euphoria, the reason why I was talking about like the hate was because like last week, before the show premiered, there were like reviews, IGN and I think
Right.
Variety, and they were talking about the show. And then the show, I was like, okay, I don't know, because IGN, they're always flimsy with their reviews, so I was like, okay, let me just wait. And then the episode the premiered. Then on YouTube, I'm watching like my favorite YouTubers, and some of the YouTubers are just like, they're like, yo, this is the worst shit, this is trash, and their arguments
one
were like,
episode?
yeah, bro, and their argument, it was just like, oh well, it's completely different from the first and second season. But my dude,
Okay.
if you were really watching the show, they were literally telling you in the most like meta way, we are trying to reinvent ourselves. We're reinventing ourselves, right? Like Rue is going to Christ, like she's trying to be a Christian and all that. And like, I'm just like, guys, they're trying to reinvent themselves. So just like calm down and just wait until the final episode, like maybe midway, maybe the first 3 or 4 episodes, and then you can make your judgment. Yeah. But people were just going off, and I was just like, guys, we need to calm down.
I'll agree with you that hating on something off of one episode when there's a full season to come out feels fake. Like if you're reviewing something off the first episode, I could if you're gonna say I didn't like the table setting of the first episode, I'll take that, because usually a first episode, especially after a long break like that, I watch the episode. It's table setting. It's setting up where all the characters are 5 years later. So I don't really understand how you can even hate on it. They literally haven't done anything yet. They told you this is where this person is 5 years later. What are you mad at? How are you going to be mad at?
Also, if we're talking about Euphoria, as a person who stopped watching after the first 4 episodes in the first season, from what I've seen, and also I have media literacy, the first 2 seasons are set in. Well, correct me if I'm wrong on this, TT, but the first 2 seasons are set in high school.
Yeah,
these are high school kids doing the most fucked up shit. This entire other season, guys, is set 5 years after high school. Okay, so these now adults are, re-exploring themselves, because most of them, I'm looking at you, Sydney Sweeney, didn't peak in high school. So they're continuing their thing. It's not just a reinvention. It's we're going from teenagers to adults. This is what my life is looking like now. Look at me. I'm not the same kid I was in high school. I'm arguably worse, and that's probably where they're going. So like,
this is not my life.
The weird, like, and that's something I can say about most shows as a whole. The weird high school fucked up scenario for teenagers slop that our entire generation has been feeding themselves off of since the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
Can we go away from that, please? It's the whole reason I stopped watching it. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't like Euphoria. Like, it's not, I'm sure it's a great show on its own merit, and maybe when I'm like, I don't know, 45 or 75 and retired, maybe I'll go revisit it, because Zendaya was a young buck back at the time. I want to see some of that, and then I'll have my own opinion of it. But Euphoria is a weird show. I don't like it. I don't know how I pivoted to that. Anyway, let's carry on.
You don't think Zendaya's going to be a young a grandma baddie when she's older?
Oh, I know she is, because Black don't crack. Tom Holland's probably going to be gone by then.
Wait. One last thing about
old Tom Holland. R.I.P.
Brian, remember the scene with Zendaya dancing and she takes off her sweater? Do you remember? When she's dancing with a woman and she takes off her sweater and she's dancing and her lips are perky. I was like, I can't watch. I can't. I respect Tom too much, and I was like, I'm sorry, Tom. I can't.
Spider-Man, I'm sorry. I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry, bro. It's wild.
But-
I was like, yo, yeah.
Zendaya, like that's the thing. Like she's young, she's talented, she's attractive, she has
She fully
everything going for
commits.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she makes like her projects are all great. Even she has a short film that just came out recently with Law Roach, her stylist. They
Oh.
made this little short film. It's kind of like cutesy, uh, almost Charlie Chaplin esque thing where they're like changing costumes, there's dancing. It's 4 minutes. It's so good. And I'm like, you have like such a great career. I just want nothing but good things for you.
Yeah.
And if I'm being honest, that's why when I watch Euphoria, I'm just like, I want this to end so you can get away from it, because I feel like it did what you needed it to do. You were a
Yeah.
Disney kid, you did Euphoria, you shattered that idea of the Disney kid being a Disney kid forever. You
Mhm.
are able to do far more drastic, dramatic, intense things. And you showed everybody, yeah, I can topless, I can do drugs, I can do this. Guess what? I can also play Michelle Jones in a
Ugh.
Spider-Man movie. Yeah, I know.
They
And-
changed her
and-
name. They
Yes,
gave
they
her a
changed her
different
name.
name altogether.
Michelle
Yeah.
Jones Watson. Sorry, Jones Watson is a joint name. Her name is just Michelle, but she likes MJ.
Anyway.
Okay, sorry.
Why? Commit,
Anyways.
you cowards! Commit.
But that's it. So like you're able to do everything and it's great. And we're all seeing it. We're all happy. We're all excited. And Sydney, okay. You're just blonde rock and you do you. Jacob Elordi, get away from Nate as a character, because Frankenstein proved to me you're actually talented.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Do what Barbie did.
Yeah. What else do we got, guys? We got a bunch of stuff. I'll start with this real quick. Jazz St. Clair from Gen V and Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is coming to the Montreal Comic Con. So if you guys are going to be,
Oh, she is.
yeah,
Did they
she's another one.
Because I checked that
Yeah.
yesterday and that wasn't there.
Yeah. That's another one. Speaking of
yes.
Zendaya-esque, young, talented, attractive actors. Nod. Jazz is very talented and she does a great job on the shows.
She's
that
awesome
she's
on the show.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
finished with Gen V yet, but like I think other than it was Andre and then it was Marie.
Yeah.
And then it was Jordan for obvious reasons. No, sorry, I'm lying. Andre, Emma, Marie, then Jordan.
Oh yeah, Emma's great. Yeah.
Emma is fat.
I just also the fact that she did the show Chilling Adventures with the actor who played Andre. So like those two having a rapport was one of the things that added chemistry to this new show Gen V, because you got to see them move on to something else and it was fun. And it's sad that he passed, but it's great
I'm
that
so
she's
mad
continued.
about it, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she's going to be here in Montreal. So if you guys are looking for a reason to come through to Montreal that weekend, July, I think it's usually the first weekend in July, come through. Should be a fun little event happening. Let's talk Superman. Are we excited? Okay.
I'm very excited.
We're excited for this casting news. A young, speaking
Except
of,
for that.
they're all.
This is official. This has been
Except
released.
for that.
It's
She's not
just
young?
James Gunn.
No. She's young. The only part I'm not excited about is, everybody hear me out, Adria Arjona being Maxima.
Right.
Why?
Because
that's what I was going to say.
TT, everybody, black men, nigga lepathy, walking with me. Wonder Woman.
Yes, I know. Everyone was hoping she was going to be Wonder
walking with
Woman.
me.
Everyone was hoping, yeah. A lot of people.
That was the casting. Now I don't care who's Wonder Woman. It has to be an
Don't
unknown.
do
person.
that to me, man.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm
Why?
saying? You see what I'm
You just
saying?
doused my fire. You just
You
doused
see
my
what I'm-
fire.
You see what I'm
motherfucker.
saying, though. You see that rage, that anger you're feeling. Save it for James Gunn. Don't save it for Big Jim. Don't look at me. I didn't do this.
Yeah, so people were saying she was going to
man.
be Wonder Woman, and then she didn't end up getting cast, but she ended up getting Maxima. So that feels like a good role for her, but I can understand if you thought she was going to be Wonder Woman, it is disappointing.
Well, there's another layer of disappointment for me, which, like, if it's not Wonder Woman, fine, okay, that's
Right.
a pipe dream we can leave on. But I feel like Adria can do more than just, okay, here's this villain who's sometimes an anti-hero who's obsessed with Superman. Because
Right.
I know in my heart of hearts, especially reading the comics, that they're gonna do a Spider-Man Black Cat situation at some point with this character, because that's something that was
Oh.
sort of done with Maxima
Okay.
as a character.
Okay.
You know? So I have a feeling they're gonna try to lean into that because him and Lois are on the outs or whatever bullshit that James Gunn is gonna try to do. And
Like
again, no
someone
shit on
that's
James Gunn, I
finally
like
his equal that he could be in.
yeah,
Right,
you
right.
know what I'm saying? Something similar, like they did with Luke Cage and Jessica Jones.
Jessica
back
Jones.
when his
Right,
show-
right. Yeah,
right.
they almost broke out
and
the
I
house.
and I just that was ugh.
That's what I was thinking too. I
that,
was like,
that scene did irreparable damage to me.
Yeah.
Like I feel like her as an actress is well, not maybe as an actress, just her in general. I feel like that role is wasted. I feel like that could have
Yes.
gone on anyone else
Agreed.
who could have
Agreed.
just, been that one and done person, and then we see Maxima, I don't know, every now and then for whatever reason.
Do you
but,
think it might have been that she didn't want to be locked in for multiple films? Because sometimes
maybe it could be that, and I'm also completely understanding when it comes to shit like that because superhero stuff you're in it until you're fucking 60. Okay,
couple
like
years.
look at Sir Ian McKellen and Sir Patrick Stewart.
Oh my god,
They can barely move.
Forever.
what
And
about
they're
Wolverine?
tapped in.
They're tapped in for Doomsday. Look
Yeah.
at Hugh Jackman. They've been saying he's done now. That motherfucker ain't
huge
done.
jacked man.
They're going to revive hell. Bringing that back, if they're going to use anyone for some stupid AI bullshit to extend the character, it's going to be. Let's be real.
Yeah,
And I'm not
yeah.
excited for that. I'm too old
No.
for this shit. And I'm 26.
Yeah, bro.
You're as old as LeBron. I'm 26. No,
I'm
he was 36. I'm 36. That's a super team.
No,
Yeah.
I am. You made the valid point, and I didn't even think about the fact that, granted, had she gotten Wonder Woman, she would be there for a couple years
Mhm.
versus this one and done. That is a little disappointing because I do think she's a talented actress, and I think she would be really cool in the role. She was fantastic in what's
In
it called?
Andor.
Yeah, Andor. Thank you.
Andor. Big.
Yeah. She held it down. Her the even just the small scenes of her breaking emotionally and mentally were well done, and you're like, wow, this is fantastic
Especially
storytelling.
after that scene, that
Yeah,
really made me uncomfortable. That scene right
Yeah.
there. Yeah, no, she did. She was great. She I'm just kind of sad about it, but
Yeah.
who knows? Let's see.
But yeah,
Who
we'll see.
knows? Yeah, who knows? She
Yeah,
might.
they
just
might
be
make
someone
Maxima
who comes to
something-
Earth. Yeah,
Yeah.
but she might come to Earth and be like, "Yo, Superman, I need your help." And after, that's when they bond. And after, she might see something else. I don't know. Who knows?
She's gonna be
and-
on many posters in some teenage boys. I know that much.
I'll say this:
Mm-hmm.
do I think Maxima could be like the Iron Man? You know how like second, third tier character that no one really cared about becomes a main character, mainstay.
Well, no, I you know what? Yesn't is the word I'm looking for, because from what I remember reading these books, I'm starting to sound like the actually guy. But
love that, yeah.
from what I understood growing up reading some of these books, she's not even around these days. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean? So
okay,
maybe,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
maybe they'll Iron Man her and she'll become some, because like, to be honest, a lot of Superman's whole thing is, yes, you're super powerful. How are you going to defeat this person
Right.
without all that? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And if we're bringing Maxima back, who can be toe to toe with Superman, isn't that just, But I kind of want him to face off against more women,
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
let's be honest, a lot of his fights are sausage parties, and I'm kind of over it. I want to see what he does with other things that he's not usually doing.
Right.
Let's expand the character a little bit, or make his son fighter or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
I was gonna say like that trope of like throwing in a female villain to fight the female hero is old school and
It's
boring,
old
and
school. I'm over it.
And,
Yeah.
like-
and we did do that in the last Superman movie. What's her name? The one that she could turn into anything, and she starts
yeah.
putting her stuff into his
Yeah.
nose to choke him
Yeah.
out.
yeah,
That was actually
yeah.
smart.
That was
That's actually
horrifying.
smart.
That was horrifying, but it was
Yeah,
awesome.
horrifying, but it was a good fight to see because you got to
Mhm.
see someone go up against Superman who seemed to actually have him. Like she
almost
started,
whooped his ass.
yeah, like that was pretty impressive.
Her fight with Superman reminded me of if you remember that.
Yeah.
character.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
she starts like just putting herself in his mouth, in his nose, and he had to like
Ink is
fly somewhere.
badass.
Yeah,
Ink
and he
is
had
a
to
good
like
villain.
cough her out and
We
stuff.
really need them to bring the Batman Beyond stuff into the real world and start doing some live action stuff. Okay, what else do we got on the docket here? The Audacity. I don't know if you guys have heard about this show. It's about like Silicon Valley essentially,
Oh, another
and
one.
No.
it's a AMC show. The show to me might sound interesting. It's not the most interesting thing, But the reason I put it on the list, they're going to premiere the show this Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, by cutting it up into 21 3-minute segments for TikTok. And
yeah, we all got it. No, we're blowing the earth up. We're blowing the earth up.
Thank you. I needed to.
Wait. But they've done that already in was it China? They've done that already. Like, some shows, like, and that's popular. That's really popular.
It's really
there.
popular in China. And
are you talking about micro dramas, or you're talking about doing
the micro dramas?
Yeah, but this isn't a micro drama. This is a show that is going to be cut into 21 3-minute segments. I feel like that's different.
And also, we had Tubi or Quibi. We had Quibi.
Quibi.
And then the micro dramas are done on the dirt cheap, like even cheaper than Lifetime.
I listened to an interview where they got the woman who runs like the biggest micro drama company here in North America, and she was explaining like, oh, we like burn through multiple series and writing stuff in like a week. Like we're just pumping them out. It's just you film this with like a camera on a gimbal. We're just cell phone film, mic them. Most of the people she said come from what industry was it that they were coming from? That they have a really good knowledge of it. Oh, I don't remember. It's not the porn industry.
Well, there you go.
It's not. I knew people were gonna think that, but it wasn't the porn industry. It was another industry that they were just like, these people already have a really good understanding of how to film on a budget in a tight frame. I can't remember.
Home Garden, Food Network.
Probably. No, I can't remember. Sadly, I'm sorry, guys. But all that to say, she was saying we do this on the cheap. The guy interviewing her was asking, like, are you hoping that one of these actors could become, the next Tom Cruise or something? Like, what's the goal here? And they're just like, nuh-uh. We're here to make these microdramas and make these short things and make it quick and bite-sized. And, maybe we'll make more, but we're not really looking for traditional Hollywood. It would be nice to work with traditional Hollywood, but it's not the goal. Oh, gaming industry. It was the gaming industry, and the gaming industry was good with the writing. That's what the thing was. Thank you. Yeah, it wasn't the filming. It was the writing. The gaming industry people are supposedly gangbusters at doing quick, short, attention-grabbing, like, mini things for stories. Anyways, guys, dividing a TV show into 21 pieces for TikTok. I said this to someone at work, and they're just like, well, I watched like a X movie on TikTok the other day.
They do that. Was actually my point. They do that, and I've seen many movies in that way. Not my favorite way, but if it's there and it's caught my attention, I'm going through the parts, whatever. I've watched many Law and Order episodes like that. But the thing about there's a huge difference between what they've got going on in China, because China doesn't play that. Oh, we're taking your attention away. We're doing this thing. No, China's whole thing is a lot of our business is on our phone. You need to relax. We're gonna put some microdramas on there. Boom, 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 bap. That's done.
Yeah.
Here for this type of thing, for this show, and you said 21 segments in 3 minutes. That's basically like putting ads on YouTube 21 times.
Yeah.
And then sitting there.
Yeah, because it's gonna play ads in between too, right? I'm sure.
Oh, that's some bull. Yeah, because it does that.
Yeah,
well, not in between. I know I've seen TikTok roll out the thing where either halfway through the video or when the video is done, then it just automatically goes to an ad. And I'm like, I'm just gonna scroll down and see an ad. Oh, look, an ad. Yeah. And then that's what they've been doing. So I don't think they're gonna put an ad in between there. But showing your first episode like that, while I get it's technically the more progressive way to do that, like you know, the younger generation, myself included, is on TikTok and all that shit like that. Blah, I get it. I see where you're coming from, but that has got to be the most unk thing I've ever heard. And you really should not do that, because you are now also alienating the people who aren't on TikTok. Because let's face it, a lot of people older than Gen Z are not on TikTok.
When you used unk that time, are you using it as uncool or unk as in uncle?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why not?
I'm not even gonna lay into that. But I'm just gonna say both.
The thing I will say to jump in with Mike is that I could see anybody watching Law and Order on TikTok in bite-sized parts, because that show breaks up everything, dun dun, and then they go to the next scene, dun dun. You know, this time so that makes sense. Like if you get it that timing right, and then
Law and
your
Order
next-
is almost the perfect show for that. Actually, that's a good point because it
so
really was.
I would say that, but
Yeah.
the reason I would be not for that is just because I remember when I'd be watching Naruto back in the day, and you're trying to get somebody that's uploading it onto YouTube, and they only
Thank you.
got like the first bit, and it's like, oh, part 1 of 3, and you're like, okay,
Yes.
I gotta jump and find the next one before YouTube takes it down.
Oh wow. Okay.
It
Well,
reminds
in
me
most
to
cases
that.
with TikTok, a smart thing is that creators can put, let's say they're doing a funny video and it follows itself into the next video. They'll put
they
it in
can-
a series. They'll put it in
Yeah.
a playlist. So they'll most likely, if they're smart,
Mhm.
if you are smart,
They did.
you
They
will
did.
do that.
I already checked. Yeah.
Yeah.
The official TikTok account for the Audacity, it does already have the playlist, the Audacity playlist, and it's going. When I clicked on it, it didn't have the episodes yet, so that's how I knew. Okay, they're coming later this.
Okay.
But hear
this
me
weekend.
out.
Yeah. Sorry, TT.
I really do think that this is going to blow up, and in the good
interesting.
way, in a way, because if not this show, someone is going to look at this and they're going to refine it to the make it. Do you remember the show Bref? Do you know the French show Bref?
I've
Yes.
heard the name, but I haven't watched it. Sorry.
Okay, massively popular,
Right.
where it's like these episodes are really bite-sized. I forgot, they're like, I think less than 2 minutes long,
Okay.
and people in France was talking about it. Like, that's French people's like One Piece, right?
Oh, crazy.
Everyone
Okay.
was into it, talking about it. And again, it was like 80 episodes, I think 80 episodes, and you could watch
Whoa.
it like 2 minutes or less than 2 minutes each episode, and people were
Okay.
on it. And I feel like with this show, if no one really likes Audacity, someone's going to look at this and they're going to say, okay, I can see where they went wrong. I'm gonna refine this and I'm gonna give it, I'm gonna perfect it. And I really do think that this is going to be like, I don't know, the new way of consuming television
Right.
or the shows, but I do think that someone is going to refine this to the point where people are going to be talking about it the same way how people were talking about Bref in France. So I don't know. It's not my thing, but yeah.
I mean, that you make a valid argument for it, and I do understand. You know, I think all of you have said what the things that explain why they're willing to take this risk. Like Mike explained it as to younger audience. Actually, TT, it felt like you wanted to say something when Mike said younger audiences and not necessarily older audiences. You almost jumped in, but then we didn't let you. Was it because you didn't feel older audiences? You feel older audiences would also be open to watching a show on like YouTube Shorts or Reels or TikTok divided up like this?
Well, wholeheartedly, yeah. I actually do.
Because of Bref?
Yeah, because of that show,
Mm.
and just because like we've been like Jaws, like my experience. I was watching like Shaman King, Eureka 7, Naruto on YouTube, and it was like 1 out of 4, and I was like, oh shit, okay, I have to watch the number 2. Like, and it even when I knew that the episodes were there to stay for a long time, I was always down to watch like the parts, and I was able to be like, okay, let me finish my homework, and after I'll get back to like part 3 out of 3, you know. So like I feel like the scary thing, a beautiful thing about humanity, but also a scary thing is that we adapt to almost anything when it comes to entertainment, right? So when it comes to these kind of formats, we're obviously going to have some old heads being like, oh yeah, this is so stupid back in my day, but you're going to have other people going to be like, no, you know what, I can like put the show to the side, take care of my kids, and after jump on part 2 or part 3 or part 14 afterwards. So it's like, yeah, it's just convenient.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we talk about the fact, even in this pod, you know, 2 of the hosts have kids and they can't always jump on for the whole episode. They've talked about the fact that they can't always because they have stuff to do with their kids. And if you're able, if the show is divided into segments and now it's just like, okay, we're going to talk about it up until segment 14, then you could still do that. You know what I mean? Like, which is kind of crazy to think of, but yeah. I made the mistake of, you know, Jaws said it once here where he listed a YouTube series as the thing he wanted to talk about on View the Right Thing. And we had a whole discussion where I explained to me that like, I don't consider YouTube stuff TV shows. This was years ago, but I, you know, have since been very much proven wrong. Even relatively soon after Jaws had made that point, I was proven wrong that YouTube was the spot. YouTube is now the main spot. Like, Netflix and all these guys are actively competing with YouTube because YouTube has the foundation of, there's no paywall. Like, you can get onto YouTube. The thing is, they make the money off the advertising. People want to be there. We're on YouTube right now. People premiere TV shows on YouTube sometimes. Like sorry,
Cobra Kai.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was the big one.
Like the article for this, the Audacity even mentions, like, this is essentially what it is when people used to premiere things on YouTube simultaneously with whatever network they're doing it. You release the first episode. Dimension 20 from Dropout TV, all that stuff that I've watched and why I'm into D&D live play games is because they put episodes on YouTube and I ended up getting a subscription. So it is smart to do the YouTube thing, and I think what TT's saying is true. This might be the next YouTube thing, like dividing your shows up into bite-sized things that people can consume. And it sucks because, to the point that Jaws made at the beginning of this is exactly what Quibi was trying to do. They just did it at the wrong time. Because Quibi literally was trying to do this. Their whole you could check out those Quibi shows on Roku right now, and those shows, some of them, what they did was, instead of dividing the episodes the way they were originally meant to be, they just put them together a la Law and Order, and they just have quick cuts. But that's what it is, and that seems nuts to me. That the only thing they don't have is a turnstile technology, which I would find interesting. I don't know if you guys know that term, but it's when you can watch a show in both 9:16 or 16 by 9.
Problem. Wasn't that one of the main problems?
Well, Quibi had it, and it wasn't a problem. You could do it, and it actually worked. But it just wasn't a popular thing at the time. Quibi just launched at the wrong time. It was the pandemic, and they wouldn't let you stream your stuff to your TV. And people kept saying, like, yo, I'm home. It's the pandemic. I would watch these shows, but you got to let me put it on my TV. And Katzenberg, the guy who's running it, kept saying no. And then it fell under. So.
Oh, well.
I mean, he had a vision, but it's just like, homie, you can't hold that hard to it. The world was changing. Like, it is what it is.
The OG that went out. Katzenberg.
Yeah. The
Disney Renaissance is thanks to him.
Yeah.
DreamWorks, thanks to him. He's the S in SKG in DreamWorks.
Yeah.
That was his next big thing, but it didn't pan out.
TT, you added something on here. Osgood Perkins, Nicolas Cage team up with Paramount for a new Longlegs movie. I never saw the first one because I don't fuck with horror, but I don't.
Mike,
I've said
please.
it.
Mike, somebody.
Oh no, I'm with you. I'll watch it.
Okay,
I said I heard it was good. I think I've
heard it was good too. I'm just not going to watch it.
It was good. So I'm actually surprised about this announcement, but like on Paramount, I don't know if that's a good decision.
So you're thinking it's not because I didn't read. Is it not they're not going to do it in theaters? It's just going to be on streaming.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Okay.
Is Paramount the new Fox? Fox
TV? Basically the new Fox, yeah.
Like the Fox TV, not Fox like movie stuff, like Fox TV.
No, television, the channel and all that. Yeah.
Every time I make something on Fox, like Josh Whedon, I'm going back to Fox. I don't know, man.
Let's not do that.
New thing. Firefly, new thing.
All I know is that you better not piss off the fans, because I know that with the situation with the Avatar, what happened recently. All I'm saying is that because
we can talk about that a little bit too, by the way, afterwards.
That movie was supposed to be out since last year, and they kept on pushing it. They kept on, and fans were like, "Yo, what's going on? Like, we know that you guys finished it. What's going on?" And obviously, there was like some the business, right? Was the situation, and I don't know. My theory is that you have some fans who are just really pissed off, and they're like, you know what? Let's just go and
I would say for the Avatar situation, I would dare say not even just fans in the building got tired of them messing with it. I don't think you can release a 4K version of the movie completely without hackers, with only hackers getting in. Nothing else is that. No one talks about anything else. It's just this one movie is released. That seems.
Are we talking about it? We're talking about. We switched over to the new.
Wait! I haven't seen. I didn't watch it yet because I have a friend.
No, but it's just because we were talking about how Paramount likes to sleep on things, and it feels like a
okay, yeah,
natural progression to address the fact that Paramount had the Avatar, The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender was supposed to be an animated film that was going to be released in theaters. It got pushed back, like TT was saying, and it kept getting pushed back. The fans were getting upset. No one really understood what was happening. We knew the voice cast, we knew all the details. People were excited, and then finally, it seems someone leaked it. I don't know that it was leaked as much as someone internally said, if y'all ain't going to release this damn movie in theaters and you're going to put it out on streamers, F you, we're putting it out somehow.
So I watched this YouTuber Zevi, and he had a little
I know
quick
that
short.
Is he the guy who does the what's it called? But so and so had a problem.
Yes, and he's like, "What'd you say?" He's like, "I said, watch your tone."
Yep, that guy. Yep, I love
So
that guy.
black dude on YouTube, and he does videos like this. So he says that what happened was so they were going to release it on streaming and DVD.
Yes.
So when you release something on DVD,
well,
it needs to go
after it was supposed to have the theatrical, and they've decided not to do it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it was supposed to release in this October.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, we're gonna distribute it on DVD, so we gotta send it to our distributor. They send it over to the distributor, and what always happens, if you remember the heyday of CDs leaking and all that kind of stuff.
Great documentary about that, actually, but yeah.
Yeah. There's also a book, Appetite for Destruction, as well. So
cool.
It's really good. Distribution person gets it, looks at, oh, this is like Avatar. Oh man, this goes hard. Oh God, I'm gonna send it to my friend. Sends it to his friend, and he's like, oh wow, this is awesome. Cool. And he's like, and then he looks back, and it's almost like, oh, this movie was downloaded 1 million times. Wait, what? Dude, I only sent it to you. I thought it was a gift, so I sent it to my friend. I didn't tell you to send anybody. I thought it was a gift for me. So that the person that leaked it to his friend, and that's why you never give anybody anything, because they're always gonna give it to everybody.
But
you can't trust your friends.
But this is the theory, right? They haven't figured out who sent it to who yet.
Usually you can kind of figure it out, because
I was gonna say,
in the sense of, like, I'm assuming, like, the way everyone's watching it, I'm assuming that the fact that it's perfect, and there's nothing that says screener only.
There's no watermarks. There's no nothing, guys. I'm telling you, I've watched it. It's a 4K version of the damn movie.
So
it's really good.
So basically, like, that funnels it. That usually just funnels it to where it could have possibly came from. It's not like even when Deadpool got the demo reel for Deadpool got leaked.
Oh yeah.
That was the rough stuff of it. That wasn't even the polished anything, right?
Yeah.
So that's clearly internal. Like, that's
like,
you can't give that to somebody to put on a DVD, because it wasn't meant
internal. That one was Ryan. Ryan went to the guy
whoever worked on that
hey man,
movie.
give me the damn CD. I'm taking it to the media right now.
That's whoever's in that room that we're working on it. Like, we got something good here. We need to release this.
Funny.
So that's how I would look at it.
I gotta say, as someone who's watched it, those are some dope ass fights. And Batista, your voice acting is solid as always, sir. Like, it was great to hear you.
I think I said it to you guys already, and I'm gonna say it again. I'm not gonna watch that until it's released, and then I'm gonna Jack Sparrow that shit, and then I'm gonna watch it.
And also the fact that I think this is another L for Paramount animation division side. Like, maybe they're just so low on the totem pole, and they're not Tom Cruise. They just put it all the way at the bottom.
Post? Huh? Did you see the post? Supposedly one of the animators posted being like, hey man, like, kind of just like, guys, we worked so hard on this. This really sucks that this is how you guys are experiencing it.
Yeah.
We didn't want it to just be this leak thing. And I was just like, I hear you, bruh. I hear you. But also, Toph Beifong.
Don't say shit. Everyone's talking about her.
All I'm saying is Toph Beifong. Beast mode. Beast mode.
I was gonna say, if the fans are real fans, you'll grab your brothers, you grab your sisters, you grab your mothers, you grab your father, you grab your family, make it a whole family thing, and go see the movie. Try to see it multiple times. Don't let this be another Transformers 1. Do not let it be another Transformers.
But guys, it's not coming out in theaters. So what you're saying is, go buy multiple copies, because they already decided not to theatrical release this one. That's the problem.
But they might push up something.
They're going to push up the release. Yeah. They have to.
No,
because
it's that.
October it's 5 months. There's no way you could wait 5 months for a leaked movie.
No, they
This is
gotta push it
Eminem's
up.
album all over again. When I was in high school, Eminem's
Oh.
album leaked and he had to push it up, and they were like, well, we don't have a choice. Like, yeah, you have to release it. Everyone's consuming this thing. It's too late. Like,
What's
my
next animated release anyway? If they even have anything.
I don't
Well, I
know.
mean,
Honestly,
they were still not Paramount, but I know Nickelodeon has basically
SpongeBob?
finished their newest Avatar saga that they're doing,
oh yeah, the cartoon.
Okay.
the
Right, right,
cartoon.
right.
So I know they're doing that. They're gonna shove SpongeBob down our throats for the next 30 years. So we
Yeah.
don't need to know about that.
I don't
Uh,
dislike SpongeBob, but the way they use SpongeBob feels like Fox with the Simpsons now.
The
Like, it's
new
just like-
the new shit. I'm so sorry for the younger
Yeah.
generation, but the new shit is just dog.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just dog. I'm sorry. Like I like everything that happened until like I like what was happening before the SpongeBob movie because the SpongeBob movie was supposed to be the end.
Mhm.
But I grew up with the stuff that happened after the SpongeBob movie. And there was a
Okay.
set period where the animation was top tier, the jokes were actually landing, and that was fine. And then I
Yeah.
guess they got to, I don't know, somewhere around COVID is when the animation started changing, and it's just like, oh, it's poop humor now.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
the animation looks weird, and blah blah. Like it looks like they rebooted the show without telling everyone they rebooted the show.
Well,
And they've redone
Mhm.
several episodes the same way.
yeah,
like, they're
and
the
they
same
gave
yeah.
Patrick his own show. Like they've done a lot of weird shit, from what
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah.
And then they've made the 3D animated
Oh,
some
yeah.
SpongeBob
Yeah.
movies, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
you guys could
Plankton
have
got
put
his own
SpongeBob
movie.
to rest. Who got his own movie?
Plankton.
Plankton.
Oh, yeah,
either
Plankton
got
did
or
his own
is
movie.
getting his own movie.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I'm not the demographic anymore, which is fair. I get it. You don't have to listen to
Mhm.
me, but also kids these days, at least to my knowledge, because my youngest
Yeah.
brother is 13, so I don't know, but kids these days aren't watching SpongeBob like that no more.
No, that's the
Yeah.
other thing. That's one of the things that I feel happens with every generation when it comes to an IP. And I've talked about this at work. Every generation has an IP that tends to be written by the older generation. Like, Ghostbusters was written by Gen X, and a bunch of millennials grew up loving that crazy shit, and so on and so forth. And unfortunately, Gen Alpha's big thing was like Skippity Toilet for a minute, and now it's like Ballerina Cantina, whatever, the cappuccino, those
The Italian
brain rot-
stuff. I
yeah,
think
the
that's
brain
old
rot
now.
meat.
No,
even that, yeah,
the bat and the shark.
yeah, that stuff.
Oh
the
my
thing,
gosh.
the thing about social media in this day is it's so fast that the things don't hold.
Nope.
It's
on to the next thing.
Yeah. What's his name? The guy who made the Transformers movies, Michael Bay. Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael Bay bought the rights to Skippity Toilet because he thought it was going to work to make something for Gen Alpha, because that was Gen Alpha's first IP. It was considered the first thing that was solely Gen Alpha. Like Gen Z didn't understand it. Even the youngest Gen Zs were like, no, this is weird. Why are we watching a head out of a toilet? But Gen Alpha was into it. I remember I was at Comic-Con and this kid wanted to get the minifig for it and was losing his mind when he found it. And I was just like, oh, this is a whole different game now. Like these kids are really into this. But like you said, it's gone. It's done. Like these aren't things anymore.
Well, they made the toys. The toys came out. There was no
and there
was no movie.
No movie. They made the toys and the toys are gone. Like,
yeah.
No, I remember going to the store and seeing the toys in the liquidation section. I was like, oof, that's rough.
Oof.
Like I saw this other YouTuber, Jet Kuzo, talking about them, going through it and stuff like that. I was like, oh, cool. I don't have to actually go out and see them.
Yeah.
I wasn't seeing them. I go to Walmart, check the aisle.
Yeah,
like
the blind box thing. It's crazy. Two more things, and then we got some other stuff to talk about. I did want to just mention for the Canadians, this is two SNL news pieces. If you are in Canada, SNL is moving from Global to CTV.
Word.
So, I mean, essentially just going to Bell.
Basically.
Just Bell, because it's also going to be on Crave for the after to stream. So if you guys have CTV and you have Crave and you're with Bell, there you go. Be happy. SNL continues. I think they probably will make a deal for SNL UK, which I've been watching and is quite good. So shout outs to,
I'm enjoying this SNL stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Like the previous stuff I never really liked, and then with the new cast that they've got, I'm just like, and again, I don't watch SNL on TV. I watch it through TikToks.
The clips,
wow,
yes,
I just proved an entire different point. Okay, anyway,
yeah, but SNL
sketches, right?
Yeah, SNL is intentional. Like they know the sketches are meant to be
Well,
like.
Well, I
Here you go.
remember.
Yeah.
I remember they would. I think Lauren was specific. Like, no, sketches have to be a certain length, and they're like, no, we need to make them shorter for YouTube. And he's like,
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, there's a documentary coming out about Lauren soon that I'm really excited to see because no one's
Uh-oh.
ever had that kind of access to him, and he's been doing this shit for 50 years, so it's gonna be very.
Is this
interesting.
Questlove?
No. This is the guy that made the documentaries about SNL last year when they celebrated the 50th.
I
He
think.
got access to do a documentary about Lauren with Lauren. So
I think Questlove did the music of SNL. I
Yes,
think that's
he
the
did.
documentary he did.
Yeah.
I thought it was really
Ooh,
good.
Right.
Yeah.
We're talking about SNL. Quick segue.
Yeah.
The Saturday Night Live movie was really good and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think it came
Oh,
out
yeah, I
last
like
year
that
or
one.
or the year before, one of those two.
Yeah,
I
I saw
really
that.
loved it.
I saw that one in
really
theaters.
like that.
And as someone who had watched the first episode of SNL before seeing that movie, it was really cool to see the version of how they came to all that, and for it to end with that first sketch with where he like almost doesn't go on the stage. Like they're like trying to get him to sign the contract. Like that is so cool to me, who watched that first episode and was just like, oh, I know it was dramatized and wasn't exactly the way. The Chevy Chase stuff was also very good, where you realize like where Chevy's girl is kind of like laughing at him because some old random Milton
Berle. He was like one of the
Yeah.
old school. I'm gonna make fun of you. I'm gonna insult you to your face.
But he
F
like
you.
wrecked Chevy in front of his girl, and the girl started laughing, and you could see. I honestly, guys, if you know Chevy Chase's history, that's his villain origin. Like that moment in the movie when that girl laughs in Chevy's face because this old dude made a joke at his expense. I was like, oh, this is why this motherfucker went crazy. Like he's like, I'm gonna show you all. I'm gonna be the best in this fucking thing, because he goes ham after that. Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, SNL's been holding it down. Funny, Coleman Domingo just recently did the last episode, which was I think very good. That the fashion sketch where they're talking about the guy who tried to rob somebody, and they're like the fashion kids are just totally making fun of this guy's fit, and then Jane is in the background, and she at one point Coleman's character is just like, okay, all like read the villain, and they all read, like Chloe Fineman does a good read, and what's the Latino dude's name?
I forget him.
Oh,
The guy that plays Domingo.
I think he's funny.
Yes, Domingo.
Yeah,
I'm glad that
He's
ended
hilarious.
though. Like I got to see all of those in a row, and I'm
Damn,
like,
what's
okay,
his name?
I get it.
Okay, I'm over it now. Yeah. But I forget his name.
Anyways, so he does a read, and then Jane can't read. Like she can't read the guy. Like, and Coleman's just like, go back to Connecticut, and he's like, I died. I was dying. She's so good on the show. Anyways, so Coleman, Marcelo, thank you.
That's it.
Yeah,
He does a really good Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yeah, that one's pretty funny too. So at the end of the episode, unfortunately, Domingo got cut off because the whole thing of SNL is that it's really tight with their time. But he did a nice tribute, and he dedicated the episode to the little boys in inner cities. And he also mentioned on behalf of the all the little girls in the small corners of Brazil, because the singer on the show this week, the musical guest, was Anita. So it was a really nice moment that got cut. So if you guys haven't had a chance to see it, I would highly recommend go checking that out on YouTube, because it is a nice thing to see him come up with that. And I also found out that Coleman Domingo used to be on a sketch comedy show with Kate McKinnon before she was on SNL. It was produced by Rosie O'Donnell, and it was called the Big Gay Sketch Show.
Oh, okay.
And all the sketch comedians on the show were gay actors, and it was really funny. Like I've watched episodes since then, and I didn't know Coleman. That's where Coleman kind of started out. So it was kind of crazy to see that.
Segue to Rosie O'Donnell. A lot of people are posting up a lot of like clips from her old talk show, the Rosie O'Donnell show.
Yeah,
and something I remembered as a kid watching that show, she had a lot of black people on that show.
Yes.
A lot, like hip hop. Like she had MC Lyte, Missy Elliott was on that show. Like a lot of people on that show.
Rosie O'Donnell and Pee Wee Herman were queer people who had to keep themselves in the closet and decided to give all the marginalized people a fucking place to shine. So shout outs to them, because that, like Lawrence Fishburne starting out on Pee Wee is a crazy thing. But
Cowboy what? Curtis?
Something like that. But the
yeah,
fact
Cowboy
that
Curtis.
Pee-wee was just like, I want all the people who don't get a chance to have a chance. And like the male woman was a black person and she has a love story. And they're just like, yeah, you people should see black love depicted on television. Pee-wee was doing that for the kids, y'all. Like, that's crazy.
And I also love that Pee Wee was made out of spite.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want me on SNL? All right, I'll show you.
Yeah.
Wins all the Emmys.
Crazy. What else? I think that's all the news we have. I wanted to talk about Daredevil a little bit because I feel like,
That's perfect timing because I have to bounce.
all right, homie.
Hey, that's great. Hey, y'all do that, and I will not be here. Y'all have fun.
Week 2, bro. I did my homework and I had to sit down, sacrifice my time to watch the Daredevil because I didn't know that Skinny was going to talk about it. But here we go.
Hit me, man. How did you feel about the latest episode? Because I didn't love it, but I can explain why. I can explain why. So I'll let the positive shine first before I get negative.
Honestly, it was weird because Daredevil never made me feel any type of way besides like, oh, this is kind of cool, right?
Right.
But like, I realized, oh shit, I miss Foggy. Like, I really miss this dude. And I realized how important he is, or he was to the show, when like not only like with Matt and Karen, like he's just that missing piece, like the Triforce. Like without him, there's like an imbalance. Like there's no hope, there's no mercy.
Right?
Like that mercy line. I was like, damn, bro, damn Foggy.
Yeah,
we need a Foggy. So
when
like,
Foggy is talking to Matt and trying to explain to him why it's important to support someone, even if you think this person's an asshole, even if this person's an asshole to you, the right thing is to still help them. I was just like, yeah, this is a pretty important lesson, man.
Right there, I was just like, God dang, why am I feeling it? This is tugging me. And like, to be very honest, that was like the highlight for me. The Wilson Fisk part, I was just like,
homie, can I get to my negs? Can I get to my negatives? Can I please, for the love of God, listen. We don't have a lot of time, guys, on this show. There's only a couple episodes left, and you cannot be wasting time showing me Vanessa and Wilson in the past. I don't need it. We already know how they met. We've seen that story before. You didn't need to do it. Showing Vanessa talking to the art gallery person about the painting was wasted time in the screen. I was it didn't even come back into it came back into play later when the guy goes, are you sure you want to put the painting here? Motherfucker, we know the painting goes there because the whole point is that he comes to see her and they know that the painting is there. All of this is useless information. It's offensive to waste time. There should have been way more time spent on Daredevil and Bullseye interacting. Because that to me feels crazy. That would be like having Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker sitting together and you're cutting away to Princess Leia and Hans every 10 seconds to show the backstory of how they met. Motherfucker, you have Darth Vader who could actually talk to his son and explain some shit, and instead you're just going to have us go, Dad, I don't understand why you left. Cut. And you move away from them. The deep conversations were about to be had. What are we doing? So mad.
Yeah, so I was scratching my head. I was like, why are we doing this? I don't like I don't like these flashbacks. Like, unless they matter. But this one, I was in my head, I was like, okay, what's the point? Okay, but what's the point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've seen this already. You're rehashing like old content.
100%.
We know this. Go to like the most interesting characters, Daredevil and freaking Bullseye. They're not trying to kill each other. Daredevil.
They're in a church.
Thank you.
They're in a church.
You have the elements right there. Let them sit down and have a face-to-face talk.
The confessions that could have been had were wasted. And I get it because like my buddy, because I said the same thing to my buddy earlier when him and I were talking about the episode, and he tried to calm me down a little bit. He's just like, well, maybe they're saving it for spoilers. What happens at the end where you see that Karen and Bullseye and Daredevil are in the same room together. And I'm just like, oh, okay, got it. Like, maybe now the conversations will be had because Karen has already said she wants him dead. So now that she's there and Bullseye's there and Bullseye's injured, maybe the conversation starts to be with Matt like, yo, we need to kill this guy now. And Matt has to realize like, oh, I'm in a relationship with someone who doesn't get what I'm doing. And that makes sense to me. But they still could have had a few more conversations. Seeing Buck and Daniel's storyline, good. I thought that was fun. Like, I like their relationship. I don't like BB. They're not. I don't feel like they're using her well.
I'm with you.
Yeah. It's starting to feel like she's intentionally being stupid. Like in the episode
100%.
where they hint at the idea that she's the one that leaked information. Now, granted, my buddy said the same thing to me, and I did think it. It is possible that anyone could leak information because a bunch of people work in the hospital. So it's not necessarily BB. And the fact that the information leaks after we see the scene where BB is given the information might seem a little like they're kind of drawing a line. But it is a hospital. People talk. Trust me, I worked in a hospital. If the media is willing to pay you or give you a free coffee, people might start spilling their guts. It is what it is. Like they're not paying these people enough sometimes, so they're gonna say what they need to say. And but BB is just. I mean, Ben Ulrich was a great character, and this BB version of Ulrich is kind of weak to me. I don't really love it.
Yeah.
But how did you feel about the rest of the episode? I mean, are you annoyed as I am that we still haven't seen Jessica Jones? Like
not really. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna bring her in, you can't bring her in the last episode, and that's it. Like, I don't want them to do this thing. You know, sometimes, yeah, like, oh, we're just gonna cut back and we're gonna show you that Jessica Jones was actually watching Daredevil from a distance at some point. That's what I'm worried about. Like, they're going to cut back to scenes we've already seen, but in the corner, Jessica was in the corner looking like, what's the meme, Jaws? The black guy who's rubbing his hands together, just like looking from the corner.
Oh, Spice Adams. Like,
like I don't want to see Jessica Jones in the corner being like, shit, man, Daredevil needs some help. Maybe I could jump in. Like, that's not the vibe I want for her character. And I'm worried that they're going to get her real late in the story. So, yeah. But I mean, we're almost done the season,
But like the situation with BB, I completely agree with you.
Yeah,
I just like even if she's not the one, like they want to pull like a hat on us and be like, oh yeah, guys, we got we tricked you.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like, okay, but what else does BB offer? Like what else?
Yeah.
What else? I'm not really. It's not selling me. Like I'm not sold.
Yeah.
And just to go back to that part when you were talking about like just a few more minutes with Matt and Poindexter just talking, I think that even if they were going to continue the conversations in the following episode, I feel like if Matt made his decision in that episode, like the episode we just had, episode 5, episode 6, and when Matt is giving his like point of view, you'll be like, yeah, I understand, because we had this kind of conversation before Karen was in the room. And I understand Matt's like train of thought, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe next episode they might do a really good job with the dialogue. But I want more.
Agreed. I do want more. Daredevil Born Again has been good. It's a solid show. Just because this one felt a little light for me doesn't mean it's a bad show. I was just really annoyed with seeing like how much they focused on stuff that I felt didn't need to be focused on. That like I'm not the writer though, so if there is a payoff for why they made those decisions, I look forward to it. Prove me wrong. You've been doing a good job so far. So yeah, I'm down. Have you guys been watching anything else? Because I feel like we haven't mentioned it, and we definitely should. Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord has dropped.
Yes.
I think we have 3 or 4 episodes so far are out, and if you're a Star Wars fan, this series takes place before Han Solo, and because this is when he's building up his empire, right?
Yes.
Yeah, after the prequels. So
but
it's like after the prequels, some Clone War crossover. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but it is interesting. Yeah.
It's here's my thing. Have you ever do you know the show Snowfall? Have you ever watched it?
I haven't, and I've been told I should. I do want to get into it. I hear it's very good. That's like the drug trade one, right?
The drug trade, yeah.
Right.
Have you guys ever do you guys know the story, the characters? Do you know what happens in the end? Because
No,
it
I
kind.
don't.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay, so let
I-
me. I'm not gonna say it. Let's
Okay.
go. Let's talk about what's that movie? It was Black Widow. Okay, let's talk about Black Widow because we know like the movie, like we know that Black Widow
Yeah.
dies in the end, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So like you know, so when you're watching,
Oh, I
Black
see what you're
Widow,
saying.
like,
Okay.
you know, like
Prequel.
I'm
Like, why do I need a prequel knowing how this ends?
exactly because
Okay. Okay.
if you have you ever watched like Star Wars Rebels?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay, you know what happens to Maul, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's just like I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, I see that you're giving me like these cool moments with like Darth Maul, and I'm loving this,
Right.
but I know what's going to happen to this guy. So no matter how cool you mount him,
Okay,
he's still
yeah.
gonna be that guy
There's
in
no
the Dexter.
There's no
Yeah.
stakes.
Yeah,
Like-
there's no stakes.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
what about when I think they brought back Maul and he had the legs and stuff?
Yeah, which he has now. He has the metallic.
Was
legs.
that in Rebels or was that in something else?
No,
No, it's in.
no,
I'm pretty sure it's in Clone Wars
Clone
that
Wars.
they.
but his
you
brother
see-
finds him.
The Clone
In-
Wars 3D show. Not
No,
the 2D show.
yeah. Sorry, yes, Clone Wars the 3D show. Yeah, the
Yeah.
one that is
Mhm.
canonical now because the other one's not canonical. The Dexter dude, sadly.
And Tarkovsky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
That
they
was, that was
wait,
so good.
yeah, that one was the
Looks so
original
good.
canonical one. It literally led right into the movie, and then they
Yeah.
decided to do away with it, which is unfortunate. But yeah, so they in Clone Wars, I'm pretty sure you find out that Maul survived, and you get like a bunch of stories where he's like running around. He has like spider legs at one
Yeah.
point, and then
Yeah.
all that stuff. So now it's you fast forward, and he's now in a situation where he's on a planet, and he's been like messed over by people, and he's actively just like, I am just here to get revenge on all of you. You're all going to work for me, but until then, every last one of you who turned your back on me, full revenge. I'm going to up everything you got. All your shit is mine. I'm going to take it. And that's the energy he's coming in with. And I like it. I mean, like the fights aren't the best because, again, much like TT is saying, knowing that he's never going to die, these fights don't really go anywhere. Like,
There's no stakes.
there's no stakes at all. Like,
Yeah.
even if you cut his arm off, which I don't think you're going to because I know his arm isn't cut off later on.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't do anything. The only thing you could do is cut him in half again. And I find out he rebuilt his legs another time. Like,
Because then he dies. He finds Obi-Wan and he dies. Like they
Right.
have their
Yes.
fight and that's
Yeah.
the end of him finally.
yeah.
Exactly. Like I was like thinking like, okay, like for example, I was like having the funny thought of like, what if like Game Freak releases like a series about the rise of like Team Rocket. You're like, okay, this is kind
Right.
of cool, but you know that a 10-year-old is going with his Pikachu is just going to topple this whole thing. So no matter,
Yeah, that's
no
funny.
matter
Gonna
what
beat
you
up the
do, no
mob.
matter what cool moments they have, you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, but a 10-year-old is going to be born and he's going to just beat you up with his electric mouse. You know?
Yeah.
Like, ow, man.
I mean, I know a few people that made the exact same argument you're making when the Han Solo film came because they're just like, I think Dave used to say on
Yeah.
the podcast quite a bit, I don't
Just-
care. Sorry, Joss?
No, exactly what you're gonna say.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't see the point in making a Han Solo film if I know that Han Solo, A, does all this other stuff, and then B, dies in this movie that we saw, the first of Force Awakens. We see that he dies. So why are you releasing this prequel now after his death?
Do
And
you-
similarly with Black Widow, like, oh, we know she
Yeah.
dies on
Do
that
you-
planet for the
do you
the
think
throne.
Do you think that the Han Solo movie would have done better if that was released first and then the new trilogy came out after it?
Mm. I think so. I think I think the idea of giving us Han Solo the young, like leading up to who he becomes, and then giving us his death kind of bookends, as
Mhm.
opposed to giving us his death, then kind of giving us this is what he used to be, like the
Yeah.
in memoriam almost. It felt like an in memoriam
Yeah.
to the character after the fact, whereas it could have felt like a build up to the character as a thank you, and then he passes on.
Because
So maybe.
it also feels like I mean the assumption I'm making is that the reason it came out the way it came out was because okay, we're gonna we're gonna make the new Star Wars movie, and hopefully it does
Right.
well. Oh my God, $1 billion!
Right,
All
right.
right,
Agreed.
all right,
agreed.
make it rain. Let's do all
Everything
of our
got
little
greenlit.
sequels here. Or let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, but we already know this
Yeah.
dies, and then they did. I think there's supposed to be the Han Solo and then Obi-Wan was supposed to get his own
Right.
movie, but again, we know that Obi-Wan dies.
Yeah.
But
But
we
at least
want
Obi-Wan
to
got a
see Ewan
show.
McGregor. We want to see Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan
Right.
while he's still young. You know.
And we got the show, which I
Yeah.
mean, the Obi-Wan show wasn't horrible. It just, I mean, he has one of the best. That Obi-Wan Vader fight is
Oh yeah, that's yeah,
fantastic.
that was-
Like,
yeah.
you know, it almost felt like they made the whole show just so they could do that.
Just for that moment.
Yeah.
Maybe that was in his contract. I'm not doing this unless I'm fighting, Darth Vader.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, guys, Star Wars, check it out. It's, you know, continues to be a great IP. There's some cool stuff coming. Supposedly, we'll see. Now, Kathleen Kennedy's not in charge anymore. I think she did a good job. I know a lot of people were not happy with her.
Rock in a hard place.
Yeah. Yes. Very fair point.
Here's our story. Oh, you didn't like where we were going, but we're gonna
Yeah.
instead of doubling down and finishing your story. Okay, let's change it back. Go back to J.J. Abrams and
the fact that
Palpatine again.
Even George was just like, I don't want this no more. Yes, here, you guys do something.
Well, yeah,
These
because
fans
like
are
you
too toxic.
took I gave you notes to follow up
Yeah.
everything, and you threw that in the trash, and maybe took a bit in pieces,
Yeah,
and you didn't do anything. So yeah, I'm good. I don't want it.
Straight up.
wild. Okay, that's pretty much everything. Jaws, you had a video game Corner Mega Man Legends PS1 on PS1 on PS3. Oh,
Yeah.
they re-released it.
So yeah, so basically, it's a PS1 game that came out in '97.
Wow.
And then
Okay.
when the PS3 came out, they started releasing like PS1 classics on it, and that was like the cheapest way you can get the game without having to buy a physical copy that cost insane amount.
Right.
But I finished it like a few weeks ago, and it was really fun. Like I was just like stuck on another old game from PS3 era, and I was like, let me find something a little bit old, and I beat it within a week. Just like,
dope. Okay.
yo. So basically, it's not a spin-off. It's more of a alternate universe where it's like far-flung future. Most of the Earth is under is islands now because the water levels rised, and you are Mega Man Volnut, who's a digger, and you're with your crew of people, and you're going. You're stuck on this island called Catalox, and you're just doing an adventure in the island. And then you run into these pirates called the Bon family. And it seems like they were probably some kind of aristocratic family that fell on very hard times after the parents passed. And so now they just have each other, and they're just have these little guys called serve bots that look like Lego men and stuff. And they're really cute and funny. And basically the game is almost like a Saturday morning anime kind of thing. The voice acting is really fun and good. The characters, the art style is very expressive, and the serve bots are really funny and cute and stuff like that. I think the only thing that would be hard for people to get around is the controls, because this is like early era 3D, people kind of figuring it out. I think this came out before Zelda Ocarina of Time, which got the Z targeting and the thumbstick control. So this came out before the PS2 had its analog sticks.
Okay.
So no analog sticks. I know some people call it tank controls. I wouldn't call it tank controls, because a tank insinuates that you're only looking in one direction, and then when you press the left and right D-pad buttons, you're turning in place,
Right.
and then you can walk forward. But this, you press left and right, and you actually move in those directions.
Yeah, you'll shift left or right. Okay.
Yeah. So, but it's a really fun game, and a lot of people are still playing it. They're still enjoying it. They still have like these tier lists of all the sub weapons that you can get and everything like that. And it's really fun, very expressive game. There's only 2 other games in this series. There's Mega Man Legends 2, the sequel, and then the in-between game, which is the Misadventures of Tron Bon.
Okay.
And sadly, this game does not have an ending. Everyone wants there to be an ending, because the second game ends on a cliffhanger, and someone's stuck in space, and 2 of the people are trying to get him back, and we don't know what happens, and it's just been left in limbo. There's hope, because recently Capcom has been re-releasing all their catalog of Mega Man games, and also they're putting out comics for Mega Man games. So it seems like they're doing something with the property. And the only thing that they haven't released now, video game wise, is the Mega Man Legends series. So we're just,
I
I
really
think they're
want
just trying
that.
to, yeah, they were just trying to, I think they're trying to figure out how to re-release it, if they should remake the game, if they should release it as is. If they release it as is, for sure, everyone's going to complain about the controls. For sure.
Yeah.
100%.
That's funny. All right, guys, that's pretty much everything. We went through a bunch of stuff and we didn't go over time this week. Look at us being more organized. 2
Look
points.
at that.
So we'll be back with another one next week. Want to thank you guys for tuning in, and make sure you check out all our stuff, all our socials at Geek Cypher, GEEKCYPHA. Jaws, is there anything you want to tell the people?
I'd like to tell the people to check out Transformer Slag and the Toy Armada podcast with Aaron Archer on YouTube.
TT, what do you want to say before we bounce?
Yeah, just check out Reasonable Troublemakers. It comes out every Tuesday, 10 a.m.
A new episode dropped. I saw the clip recently.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Nope. What can I ask? What do you guys cover? Because the title was Nut Something, and I was just like, already when I saw the title, I was like, all right.
Yeah, because just a quick thing. Politicians are talking about like extracting sperm after you're dead.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, we're like, are we okay with this? And just
don't say anything else. Yeah. Go check out the episode. Already from that description, that sounds crazy. Go check it out, folks. Okay, we'll be back with another one soon. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you check out all our socials. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Peace. Have a good one, folks.